Hello! Oh my god, we got several people right away. Hey, away, Apparition, G-chan, and Soars. Alright. And Nagels. Yay! Oh god, last time. Wait, just making sure. How do I sound? Is it picking up the microphone okay? Is it the good quality or the shitty quality? Last time we had a... Oh, hey, Ruka. How you doing? We had an unfortunate discovery in the tool shed. Oh, good. Okay. All right. Hello, Guppy Force. I'm so glad you're here from the beginning. Awesome. Hey, Pika Blue. Goddamn, Shannon. Like, I have some suspicions about... There's some people I think are really dead and some people I think might not be dead. At least one of those I think is not dead, and it might actually be a fake body dressed up in their clothing. Or not a fake body, but like some random corpse dressed up in their clothing, and the face is so messed up. And since the island is cut off from police or any kinds of forensic investigation, it'll serve as for their purposes a completely good fake body. And so I think that the people whose faces were 100% slashed beyond recognizability, like, there's a chance that one or more of those is not really dead. And they might be either a mastermind behind the events or someone who is needed by the mastermind. And but they also need the rest of the party to think that they're dead. I don't know who it could be. Oh, shucks, I can't even use the Kyrie voice anymore. I really love doing the Kyrie voice. Goddamn, if it's anything like Higurashi. She might be real, who knows, OA. And, so basically oh wow, 14 people right off the bat. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, you guys are awesome. And so basically that's where I'm thinking right now. And they also found some extra bloodstains in the dining room. And they think that's where the murders actually took place, but I don't believe it. I think that's from a separate incident. Because that room would be covered in wall-to-wall blood. It would look like a scene out of a horror movie if all the face slashing was done right there. So I'm pretty sure that's an unrelated incident in the dining room. Oh wait, you're too nice to me. Alright, let's get back into it. Oh yeah, and
しかも札も何もついていない鍵を手にしてバラ庭園裏にある倉庫の鍵だと理解した。
Furthermore, even though the key didn't have a tag or anything sticking to it, they knew it was the key to the storehouse behind the rose garden. Woo woo, apparition! Oh jeez. And Peekaboo? Oh yeah, and this issue here, like, the fact that Kinzo bought the island from the military is really making me think there's definitely some kind of secret passages somewhere. And I don't know if they felt if the bodies had wet or dry clothing, but the rain was going on all night. But I think they would have said if the bodies had the clothing was soaked. So it's also possible that they all went into the shed and they were all killed inside the shed, that was the scene of the crime. So they could have theoretically brought their umbrellas, but there. Oh my god, hello, welcome to the stream, Truth and Falsehoods. Hey, lovely to have you here. And so that would solve the little key issue that Eva is bringing up right here, where she thinks it's a servant. Oh my god. Last time you guys said that, we had absolute carnage, and my poor baby girl Shannon is just, oh god. She got murdered, but if this is anything like Higurashi, something is telling me that they'll be back for the next time. For the next part. So who knows if it's gonna follow the same rules as Higurashi. Let's see. You know what? I've speculated enough for a while. Let's get back into it.
ついでに言うと、倉庫の場所すら理解していた。
And that means that they also knew where the storehouse was.
もっとはっきり断言するわ。
I'll say it even clearer.
犯人は使用人室の内部にも熟知している。
The culprit knew the inside of the servant room well. Her argument was extremely plain and clear. Another possibility is Shannon, who does know the servant room, took them to the storehouse on their own because they asked her to. And then they were all killed there. So this might not have any... So the key issue might not have anything... Oh yeah, but the key was brought back. But the culprit could have easily taken the key off of her and put it into the one empty slot or whatever. Sorry, I just like speculating. I'm sorry. Jeez. Her argument was extremely plain and clear. If the bodies had been found thrown somewhere in the bushes of the rose garden, there wouldn't have been much to go on. However, if there was only one key to the storehouse in the servant room, and if it was stored with such a large group of keys, a novice would not be able to tell them apart. I'm just saying, oh wait, about the secret passages. It's not like they would come out of nowhere if there were secret passages, which I do think there are, because they set up that whole thing that Kinzo bought the island from the military. It was planned to be a military base. So I'm sure that there's way more to the island than meets the eye. Oh, thanks, Guppy Force. This meant that the culprit was someone who went into the servant room and servant room a lot and was familiar with the locations of the keys. The family members didn't normally go into the servant room. Hey, Olive. Welcome to the stream. Which meant that... Which means that... one of the servants is the culprit.
悪いけど、それ以上はおばさんも言えないわよ。
I'm sorry, but even I can't tell you any more than that.
でも、一つだけ教えられることがあるわ。
However, I'll tell you one thing.
なんすか?
What's that?
犯人たちは複数で、そして十分な武装をしていたと考えられるわ。
It's reasonable to think that the culprits are multiple in number and fairly well armed.
だってそうでしょ?
They'd have to be, wouldn't they? Well, either that or they're one anime level ninja. And since this takes place in Higurashi universe, we know that people can be pretty badass and powerful. And I don't think anybody in that little party there was exactly equipped for self-defense.
"食堂にいた兄さんたち4人を一度に襲って殺し、合計6人分の遺体をようようと バラ庭園の向こうの倉庫まで運んで悪趣味な化粧と落書きを施している。
They had to assault the four in the dining hall and kill them, drag a total of 6 bodies all the way to the storehouse beyond the rose garden, and arrange for that disgusting makeup and the graffiti on the shutter.
これだけのことを単独犯で行えるはずもないでしょう。
There's no way that a single culprit could carry out all of that on their own, right? It made sense. It probably would have been possible for a single person with enough time, but it would have taken so incredibly long. Yes, Ruka. Jeez. Oh my god. Oh my god! Battler gets butt! She's a part of the 07th Mod team, so everybody give her a big round of applause for so we can experience all these lovely voices and backgrounds and character models, because she is part of 07th Mod. So yeah, Battler is when I called him Butler that one time by accident, I was not too far off the mark there. Because Battler's 3-letter abbreviation is butt. The characters have 3-letter abbreviations sometimes in the code. Oh my gosh. Jeez. It was probably safe to assume that a significant number of people were involved. Phew. What's going on?
使用人の人たちがみんなグルだろうって言ってんすか?
Geez, that scrolled by really weirdly. Okay. Phew, so what you're saying is that maybe all of the servants were in cahoots. How could they possibly think that? 2 of the servants are dead. Oh god.
静かになさいな。
Please keep it quiet, okay?
憶測で言っちゃ悪いわよ。
It wouldn't be right to voice mere speculation like this. And I know there's more servants than the ones we've met, because they've mentioned I think 2 more at least. I think they were girls. I'm not sure. I think they mentioned 2 other servants that were working somewhere else in the island.
それにもし本当にそうだったらどうするつもり?
Goda is also dead. Oh wait. Hello PDI, welcome to the stream. And if it really is true, what would you do next?
彼らは私たちを生かして返さないでしょうね。
They might not let us leave here alive.
しかも兄さんたち4人をやすやすと殺した相手なのよ。
This is an opponent who had no trouble killing Nissan and the 3 others.
今この部屋に残っていてまともに戦えそうな人間はうちの家族の3人にせいぜいバトラ君で4人ってところ。
Right now, the only ones I can count on to fight with me are the 3 in my family and maybe you, which comes to a total of 4 people, right?
状況は昨晩と何も変わらない。
We're no better off than they were last night.
つまり犯人にとって残る私たちを皆殺しにするなんて簡単なことなのよ。
In short, it'd be easy for the culprits to massacre the rest of us. I've been playing detective with Aunt Eva, trying to expose the person who had killed Dad and the rest before the police did. If only I could cleverly penetrate the culprit's identity and stick the proof in their face. I've been so sure that just like in one of those detective movies, the culprit would then give up and surrender. However, the culprit would only surrender if there was no way for them to fight back. The culprits behind the crime on this island were far from helpless, and might even be able to massacre all the remaining people here. And on top of that, this island was like a giant closed room, cut off from the outside world by the typhoon. So they had a full day, until tomorrow, to kill, scheme, and camouflage themselves. In short, it wasn't a safe atmosphere where we could get very far by playing detective. To the contrary, we were at a stage where we had to be scared stiff, since playing detective might displease the culprits and cause them to commit another mass murder.
あくまでも可能性の問題よ。
Well, it is just a possibility, right?
でも私は使用人の人たちをまだ信用できないわね。
But I can't bring myself to trust the servants yet.
それに私は使用人だけを疑ってるわけじゃないわ。
And that doesn't mean I only suspect them.
さらに黒幕がいるかもしれないと思ってるわよ。
Don't you think there might be some mastermind behind all of this?
黒幕？
A mastermind?
どうしてですか？
Why do you say that?
勘よ。
It's just a feeling.
使用人は書いて字のごとし。
Think about what the word servant literally means.
誰かに使用されて手足となる存在よ。
It means someone who serves as someone else's arms and legs, right?
殺されたのは後宮家の親族ばかり。
It was a bunch of Ushiromiya family members who got killed. Yeah, and 2 servants.
ならその結果で利害が発生する人間が関わるのは当然。
So naturally, there must be someone involved who stands to gain from that result. This was also plain and clear. The Ushiromiya family had been right in the middle of discussions about how to distribute the inheritance when grandfather died. If this case followed the standard form of any classic mystery novel, the crime was definitely caused by someone with ties to the Ushiromiya family, and who was involved in the inheritance problem. Aunt Eva had probably read a few books in that genre herself. Her argument may have had a few blind assumptions in it, but it was a standard conclusion that anyone might have reached. I think most people would end up suspecting the servants, even if they used different reasoning to get there. Especially the story about the key to the shutter. That made it very easy to suspect that one of the servants was involved.
だからなぜか気に入らねえんすよね。
And that's why I don't like it.
気に入らないって何の話？
What do you mean you don't like it?
あ、いえいえ、こっちの話っす。
No, just talking to myself. I tried to dodge her question by joking, but I couldn't erase the sense of unease welling up inside me. After all, her conclusion was such an easy one to reach. A conclusion that anyone could reach. And I just couldn't be satisfied with that. If I tried spinning the chessboard around, like I learned from Kirie-san, this is exactly why a servant couldn't possibly be the culprit. If the servants really were the culprits, they wouldn't hide the bodies in a place connected to themselves. Why on earth would they use the rose garden shed if they were the ones in charge of the key that could unlock it? The police would probably immediately pursue whoever had been in control of the key. It was even possible that some other facts might come to light as a result. And the more we think of the servants as culprits, the less reason they had to carry the bodies into the storehouse. Unbelievable, we got 20 people here and it hasn't even been 20 minutes. You guys are so cool, seriously. Thank you. But what if they knew we'd think that and put the corpses in the storehouse? It's like that kind of that kind of logic is not going to get you anywhere, Vatler. You just have to go. You can't speculate things based on what if they knew you knew, and then you could go, well, what if they knew you knew you knew, and that kind of logic is very circular. You're just going to go around in a circle. That's like, it's never, you could just keep speculating forever in that way, and it's never going to end. You have to do some more investigation and work at it from other angles. But what if they knew we'd think that, and put the corpses in the storehouse for that very reason? No, that's completely impossible. Exactly. When the police come and inspect the scene of the crime, they'll probably be able to uncover many things. No matter how carefully the culprits carried out the murder, some traces will definitely be found. In other words, they had everything to lose and nothing to gain. If you think about it this way and look at this murder game from the culprit's side, it's hard to imagine why they want to call attention to the corpses. Exactly, Apparition. You just keep spinning the chessboard around and around, and like it'll just eventually just become a buzzsaw and just cut through everybody. And jeez, jeez, you guys. Oh my god. That's true. Oh wait, there's no AC for Uishi to come. Once the corpses were found, it could result in someone sending a report to the police. Or it might make the remaining people more cautious. Or it might make the survivors start to search for the culprit. I really think that there was far more going on the previous night than we could even imagine. Like, they're trying to think of this as one incident happening at once, but I'm gonna bet there was at least two separate things going on, namely the thing in the dining room, which caused the blood stain, and the mass murder. Once the corpses were found, it could result in someone sending a report to the police, or it might make the remaining people more cautious, or it might make the survivors start to search for the culprit. By the way, I love speculating, you guys, so thank you. I'm really happy that you're not annoyed by it. Okay. None of these things would make life any easier for the culprit. It's just like the words of the main character's mother in a novel I read. God, are you serious? Are you joking? Oh my god! Really? Really? Oh my god! Are you serious? Isn't this supposed to be in the same universe though? I wonder what would happen if it's like if we found a book that had like the name of our universe in it, that's a novel and some other thing. It's like, oh, huh, interesting. I wonder what that name is. Is that the name of the universe? That's like, jeez, oh my god. Oh, just saying weird shit now. Jeez. It's just like the words of the main character's mother in a novel I read recently called Higurashi no Nagukoto ni. It's probably the best book I've ever read, ever. Seriously. The rest, visual novel, you guys should totally read it. Every story needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Eliminating that beginning is essential for the perfect crime. Right now, we don't know where grandfather is. We don't know if he's already become a victim or if he's one of the culprits. I'm betting he's been captured. But this state of confusion must be beneficial to the killer. If only I could see that symbol a bit more clearly. I really wish... Oh, that's sweet of you, Away. Hey, jeez. I really wish I could see that symbol a bit more clearly. I hope they show it again later, without all the rain in front of it. The culprit has absolutely nothing to gain by showing us the bodies in such an obvious way and making us all realize there's been a murder. In fact, this is a perfect place to spin the chessboard around. In other words, showing us all the corpses in such a flashy way must be the culprit's goal in and of itself. So at the very least, to the culprit, the appearance of 6 corpses there meant more than the deaths themselves. In other words, the culprit wanted this murder on display. He's saying, "You all gonna die." Jeez. Oh god. To whom? To us. This is a message. The culprit's trying to shove something in our faces. I don't know what it is. At this point in time, this vulgar mass murder isn't making me feel anything except a malice directed towards all of us. Malice. Towards all of us. Is it? Each one of the survivors has some kind of connection to one of the 6 victims. Yep. Uncle Krause's death brought Jessica the grief of losing a family member. The deaths of Dad and Kirie-san brought me sorrow. While Aunt Rosa's death brought Maria sorrow, although I don't think as much sorrow as you might realize, since she seemed pretty cool with it. Which is totally makes sense. And, by the way, I'll get to see her again, so I don't feel lonely. Yeah, look at that. Everyone will... And this is friggin' creepy as hell right here. This line right here. Don't worry. Everyone will be revived in the Golden Land. That sounds so fucking creepy. Seriously. Ugh. I think it's Maria writing these little epitaphs. Okay. I think there's a clue right here. I think there's a clue. He has a right to lament his ill fortune. How could he lament if he's dead? Okay, Nagels. Well, thank you so much for coming as much as you could. We'll see if you can come back later, but don't feel obligated or anything. Thank you so much for coming, seriously, but I'm thinking that might be some clues in these little epitaphs here. Goda-san's death probably shocked his fellow servants, and Shan's death brought grief to George Aniki, who had proposed to her, and Kanakun, who had loved her like an older sister. See, Battler, your little theory right here is kind of coming undone. I don't think anybody cared about Goda the same way as the other people were cared for. And Maria clearly is not broken up at all about her mother's death, whereas any other child would be absolutely mortified and inconsolable. While Maria's like, "Ooh, okay, we are whatever. Going back to watching TV." Ooh. And everyone is just so... I disagree with this statement that everyone now on this island has received an equal amount of sadness. Aunt Eva was sure that the servants were in cahoots. But then, how could you explain the deaths of Goda-san and Shannon-chan? Exactly, that's what I just said. At any rate, by this argument, the grief caused by the 6 deaths hit everyone but Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi. Even Aunt Eva, who had directed suspicion at the servants and acted as though she herself was beyond suspicion, could not be ruled out as a suspect. In the first place, she was able to argue that the servants were suspicious by focusing on the shutter's key. But if you look at it from a perspective of motive and who would gain, Aunt Eva's name rises to the top of the list. It does. Now she is the top-ranked person, and only Jessica is second to her. I think Battler's number 3? Or Battler or George? No, George is number 3.
バトラ君が何を考えてるかおばさんわかるわよ。
I know what you're thinking, Battler-kun.
What?
Huh?
嫌だな。内緒にしててくださいよ。あんなことやこんなことで頭をいっぱいにしてたなんて。
Oh no, please don't tell anybody about my head so full of obscene stuff.
私がこの殺人で一番得をする。
I'm the one who's going to gain the most from these murders.
どうせ疑われるだろうから先に自己申告しておくわ。
Hello, Min-Miss. Lovely to see you here. Since I'm going to be suspected anyway, I might as well get it out in the open. I tried to dodge the issue by joking around, but apparently it didn't work. I'm not, if anything, I'm suspicious of, let's see, you want to know who I'm suspicious of? Ji-chan. Not Kraus. And not Shannon. Because they only had the sides of their head. Goda, Rosa, Rudolph, and Kyrie. I'm actually most suspicious of the ones who are supposedly dead and had their faces completely smashed in, honestly. Because there's no proof right now that it's them. Because their faces are like, why else would you kill them that way? Like, what reason could you possibly have? And I bet the ones with the sides of the face only done was to kind of mask that overall thing. So I think that, honestly, if you want to know who I think it is, I think it's one of those 4. Right now. And they faked their own death to get away with it.
遺産は兄弟の数で分割する。
The inheritance will be divided into as many parts as there are siblings.
でも今や4兄弟は私一人。
But right now, I'm the only one of the 4 left.
後宮家の全財産はすべて私のものになるの。
All of the assets of the Uchinomiya family will become mine.
秀吉おじさんが聞いたら予算か言えばシャレにならんっていうところっすね。
If Uncle Hideyoshi heard you, he'd say, "Could you give it a rest already? It's not funny."
ごめんね。
I'm sorry.
どう取り繕ったってどうせ疑われるだろうからふざけただけよ。
Oh yeah, that's what I said, Jishan. The ones with half the faces are the most obvious to rule out. I'm definitely going to rule out them because they're definitely dead. Absolutely. But I'm saying the ones with the faces completely smashed are the ones I think that are the culprit. That could be the culprit. It's definitely not Kraus and it's definitely not Shannon. So yeah. I was just fooling around, since I'm going to be suspected anyway, no matter how much I try to smooth it over.
だからこの殺人は私の立場から見れば私を疑わせるためのものではないかと思ってるの。
And that's why, from my point of view, this murder might have been designed to cast suspicion on me.
困ったことに、昨夜のアリバイは弱いわ。
Unfortunately, my alibi for last night is weak.
聞かせてもらってもいいですか？
Could you tell me a bit more
昨夜のことを。
about last night?
バトラ君たちも知っている通り、兄弟が遺産をどう食いちぎり合うかという話し合いは深夜まで続いたわ。
As you know, the discussion between the siblings of how to slice up and eat the inheritance continued until late in the night.
でも何時まで続いたかは知らない。
But I don't know how late it lasted.
私と主人は朝が早かったからね。
My husband and I had woken up early that morning.
もう眠くて24時を過ぎたあたりで抜けさせてもらったの。
We were so sleepy, and a little past midnight, they let us go.
そしてゲストハウスに戻って休んだわ。
We then returned to the guest house and rested there.
それを秀吉おじさん以外の誰かに証明できるっすか？
Can anyone other than Uncle Hideyoshi prove that?
いやいや、別にエヴァおばさんを疑ってるわけじゃないっすよ。
No, wait. It's not like I suspect you or anything, okay?
あら、どうだか。
Ara ara. Oh, are you sure about that?
証明になるかわからないけれど、ゲストハウスに戻ってきた時、源氏さんに出迎えを受けてタオルはいるかと聞かれたわ。
I don't know if it counts as proof, but when we returned to the guest house, we were greeted by Genji-san, who asked if we needed a towel.
だから私たちがゲストハウスに戻ってきた時間は24時過ぎだと証明してくれると思うわよ。
Wait, they went to the guest house? I thought they were staying in the main mansion. I thought all the adults were staying in the main mansion and all the kids were staying in the guest house. Did I get that wrong? I think that should be enough to prove. We returned to the guest house a little after midnight.
もっとも私の仮説通り使用人たちもグルなのだとしたらこんなのアリバイにならないけどね。
Though, if my theory was correct, the servants would all be in cahoots, and that wouldn't actually make for much of an alibi.
確かにそうっすね。
Hey, you got a point there.
ってことは、俺、今、真犯人と推理ごっこをしてるってことになるんすか？
Guess that means I'm playing detective with the real culprit now, huh?
でも私の名誉のために言わせてもらうけど、遺産目当てだったならこんな変な殺人はしないわよ。
However, let me say this for my honor's sake. If I was after the inheritance, I'd never commit such a bizarre set of murders.
だって遺産相続権を喪失させるだけならどんな死に方だって構わない。
After all, if I just wanted to make them forfeit their rights to the inheritance, it wouldn't matter to me how they died.
むしろ事故死に見せかけた方がスマートでしょ。
It'd be much smarter of me to try and make their deaths look like accidents.
使用人たちを抱き込んで周到に計画していたならなおさらそうするでしょうよ。
Especially if you're assuming I laid out some careful plan that involved even the servants.
確かにそうっすね。
You've got a point there.
営利で人を殺すなら、それは常に殺人に見せるべきではない。
If you're killing someone for personal gain, you definitely shouldn't make it look like a murder.
そういうことよ。
Exactly.
だからおばさんは今からとてもブルーな気持ちなわけ。
That's why I'm in such a blue mood.
警察には黒幕扱いされて散々調べられるでしょうね。
The police will probably treat me like the mastermind and investigate all kinds of things.
やだやだ。
Not fun at all. Aunt Eva shrugged with a bitter smile. It was just as easy to suspect Aunt Eva as it was to suspect the servants. So if we spin the chessboard around, does that make it impossible for the culprit to be her, suspicious as she is? However, if that sort of argument always works, then motive can never help us in any way. No, that can't be right. Knowing the motive must give us powerful clues towards knowing the culprit. That's why murderers from all time periods disguise crimes in complicated ways, cleverly preventing their motives from being discovered. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Every time I spin the chessboard around, it keeps flipping from front to back and back to front. Are my thoughts bringing me closer to the truth? Or are they... Aunt Eva didn't want to talk any more than that, so I folded my arms and headed to the window to cool my head a little. As I looked over at the parlor, I saw George, Aniki, and the others gathered, talking. It looks like they were talking about the magic circle that had been painted onto the shutter. Hello, Wilful. Welcome to the stream. As Uncle Hideyoshi thought back to that time, he started drawing the shape in the margins of Mario's notebook. I see. Since Mario was second only to grandfather in knowledge of the occult, she might understand what it meant.
多分こんな感じだったと思うで。
I think it's probably something like that.
十字架をアレンジしたみたいなマークが書かれとったんや。
There was a mark that looked like the variation of the cross.
そしてこんな感じで外周の円を取り囲むように妙な文字がびっしり書き込まれていて、十字架の上下左右の辺とその四隅にも何か書かれていたんや。
And then surrounded the circle all around the perimeter with these closely packed strange letters on all four sides of the cross, and in the four corners there was something written.
アルファベットとかそういうのとちゃうで。
It didn't look like the alphabet or something like that.
あれはよく言う古代文字とかいうやつや。
It was what they call ancient characters.
あと円周部の頂点に小さなマークがありましたな。
And around the top of the circumference, there was a small mark.
小さな丸を5つ十字状に並べ、それぞれを直線で結んだようなマークでした。
5 small circles arranged in a plus sign, and straight lines connecting them.
ああ、確かにそんなのも書いてあったで。
Oh yeah, there definitely was something like that drawn there.
うん。図形的には間違いなくこれや。
Yep, there's no mistake in the shape.
細かい文字はわからんが、配列はほぼ同じや。
I don't understand the thin characters, but the arrangement was nearly the same. Everyone was staring down at the shape, so I stared down at it too. Oh, do we actually get to see it? Yeah, that looks like a... My god, oof, that cross, oof. That is a creepy, creepy cross. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't tell what any of those words are supposed to be. They just look like symbols of some kind. It definitely looks pretty satanic or something with all the drippiness, though, and of blood and everything. From what I'd heard, this had been painted on the shutter to the storehouse with some material that looked like blood. I see, this sure is unsettling.
こんなわけのわかんねえもんを書きたがるのはじいさまだけだろ。
Grandfather is probably the only one who'd want to draw something this weird.
まったくどこに行っちまったんだ。
Seriously, where did he go?
とっ捕まえて意味を聞き出してやりたいぜ。
I want to grab him and ask him what the hell this is supposed to mean.
Jessica's voice contained impatience and anger. She hasn't gone as far to say his grandfather was the culprit, but she seemed sure that grandfather knew something about the culprit's background. For speculation about Kinzo, it seems like what the story wants us to think at this point is that a long time ago, Kinzo made some kind of Faustian deal with the supernatural entity known as Beatrice for his gold and helped him get rich and his fortune and everything. And since he's about to die, the time has come to pay the piper. And he's spent the last few years of his life just trying to research any possible way to avoid the tragedy that's going to befall his family. And maybe that's why he's so angry about all his children being like bad people. The irony, of course, is that he treated them so poorly, that's probably why they turned out that way. Because he was like pushing them for success, but he forgot to treat them as actual human beings. Of setting up this whole ranking system. But I think that, it looks like whether with a supernatural or just natural entity, Kinzo made some kind of Faustian bargain here. And he's done anything to try to undo it in this 11th hour. Maybe even Beatrice, the original Beatrice or something, said something like, if you make me smile, then, you've won. Like, I won't come to collect. Or something like that. And that's why he wants to see Beatrice smile. Of course, if you were searching for a link connecting the Ushirimiya family to the occult, 10 out of 10 people would think of grandfather. Also, to a person who knew nothing of the occult, this strange mark would have no meaning. Which meant that this might have been something addressed to grandfather. Oh wow, Ruka, that's some interesting trivia. Ruka said in the chat, for the record, these magic circles are real magic circles from the Kabbalah and also appear in the Key of Solomon, a 14th or 15th century magic grimoire. Oh wow, that is really cool. So yeah, it really is a magic symbol then. Interesting. Sounds like Kinzo's gotten himself involved with some kind of cult here then. That's right, and the reason the crime was shown to the survivors was so they'd find this. In that case, where had grandfather, the essential recipient of this message, disappeared off to?
こんな図形に何か心当たりはあるかい?
Does this shape ring any bells? Ooh. Maria looked at the shape with a serious face. Maybe she was enthusiastic because this was her area of expertise. However, her appearance was that of someone separated from the events at hand, as though that thing hadn't been drawn on the shutter closed around her mother's corpse.
僕の第一印象ではどこか外国の十字章に似たデザインだなって思ったかな。
That is exactly what I was thinking, George. Yeah, that's what that reminded me of too. My first impression was that the design resembled a German cross.
ああ、
Ugh,
確かにこんなデザインや。
it certainly does have that kind of design.
ということはどこぞの国と何か関係があるんか？
Does that mean it has something to do with Germany?
その国の十字章はもともと聖地巡礼者を守るための騎士修道士たちの紋章だったそうですな。
The German cross was originally a crest from a religious order of knights and was supposed to protect pilgrims traveling to sacred places.
つまりこの魔法陣には宗教的な意味があるってことかよ。
So in other words, this magic circle might have some religious meaning?
ますますにちんぷんかんぷんだぜ。
This is starting to sound like gibberish.
When I looked over all of them, preparing to jump into the discussion, something shocked me. Holy shit! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Jesus Christ! Okay. Oh god. My heart skipped a beat there for a second. Oh god! Fucking hell. Jeez. Mario was smiling, an eerie and incomprehensible expression on her face. It was almost as if she was making fun of everyone's ignorance. Fucking fisheye lens! Oh god. Jeez. It was an expression I wouldn't have dreamed to find on Maria's face. Oh god! Oh god! And she laughed. Oh god. Kinzo? What the fuck did you know about Maria? How did you know this, Kinzo? How did you know? That eerie, jarring laugh was something I didn't want to believe was possible, even though I was looking at it right in front of my eyes. Holy fuck. Oh god! Oh god. I wasn't expecting a jump scare! Oh god, this is suicide all over again!
You people aren't even close.
Oh god. Okay. Demon child here. Okay. Jeez. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Can't you tell just by looking?
Oh god. Oh god. Jeez. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ! I didn't have a 3-stage jump scare. What the fuck? Oh god. Oh god. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry! I wasn't expecting this at all! Oh god! While everyone was busy being scared out of their wits, Maria kept on cackling happily by herself. After a while, that laugh was suddenly and abruptly cut off, but her expression still looked like it belonged to someone completely different from Maria.
これは太陽の7の魔法陣だよ。
Oh god. Oh god. Jeez. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. God damn it! I wasn't prepared for this. How the fuck did Kinzo know? How did he know about this? Did they talk privately at any time? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Jeez. This is the seventh magic circle of the sun.
書かれてる文字はヘブライ語。
These characters are written in Hebrew.
そして
Give it here. Is that whole ooh thing just a facade? Oh my god, jeez. Sure. Because he said he couldn't stand the sight of her. Which wouldn't make any sense unless he knew about this. Oh god, jeez. Maria stole the writing materials from the stunned Hideyoshi's hand. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Maria stole the writing materials from the... She then started drawing another magic circle with a rustle, right next to the one Hideyoshi had drawn. He does, but oh god, he does like the black magic, but...
ね。
Oh god! See?
こんな図形だったんじゃないかな。
It looks sort of like this, right? Yes,
そんな図形だった。
it was.
マリアすごいな。
Maria, incredible.
さすが詳しいぜ。
You really do know a lot.
Jessica tried to smooth things over by praising Maria. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh god. Maybe she wanted to confirm that this was still the Maria we all knew so well. But Maria didn't answer her in any way in particular. Maria began swiftly writing unfamiliar characters in the corners of the shape. When Uncle Hideyoshi and Dr. Nanjo saw them, their eyes immediately began to open wide.
天地と左右に書かれているのは風化水道を司る天使たちの名。
Written on the top and bottom and left and right are the names of the angels who preside over wind, fire, earth, and water.
カサン、アレル、フォルラク、そしてタリアハド。
Kasan, Aral, Forlock, and Taliahad. Oh god, jeez. Okay, so clearly the Uru thing is just a facade of hers. Oh my god, jeez. This is her true self, isn't it? Oh my god.
そして斜め四方には4代の王たちの名。
And in the four corners are the names of the four great kings.
アリエル、セラフ、タルシス、ケルブ。
Ariel, Seraph, Tharsis, and Carib.
合ってる？
Is that what you saw? Even if they hadn't been able to correctly write what they've seen, when they were once again shown something identical, it wasn't difficult for them to realize the two were the same. When Maria asked them whether it matched, Uncle Hideyoshi and Dr. Nanjo nodded over and over again.
間違いない。そうや。 確かにこんな文字が書かれとった。
There's no mistake. That's it. I'm sure there were characters that look like that.
なんでこんなん書けるんや。
How were you able to write something like that? Because Maria is secretly an evil genius. And she's just been hiding it from everyone, including her fucking mother. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Mario, what the fuck are you? Oh my god. Oh god.
あと演習簿の文字が書かれておりました。
There were also characters written around the circumference.
わかってるよ。
I know.
こうでしょ。
Like this, right?
Maria quickly began to surround the circumference with more Hebrew writing.
旧約聖書の詩編第116編の16節と17節だよ。
Jesus Christ, she's actually an evil genius. What the hell? I can't believe that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hello, Oliomi. Oh my god. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Oh my god.
It's from the Psalms of the Old Testament, the 16th and 17th verses of the 116th Psalm.
聖書くらい読んでなきゃ。
You must have at least read the Bible, right?
Acting as though knowing this was only common sense, Maria laughed. For a while, everyone, including me, was at a loss for words. A little later, George Aniki returned to his senses and slowly managed to speak.
すごいね。驚いたよ。
That's incredible. I'm surprised.
それで、この魔法陣にはどんな意味があるんだい？
So, what meaning does this magic circle have?
太陽の力を借りる魔法陣だよ。
It's a magic circle to borrow the power of the sun.
黄金で描き、護符にして身につけたる者はいかなる牢獄であろうとも、束縛から逃れ、自由を得られる力を授けられる。
He who wears it as a talisman drawn in gold shall be able to break free from the bonds of any prison and receive the power to gain freedom.
Seriously, Ji-chan, she absolutely... Maria has big, I read 100 books a year energy. Yes, that is... Seriously. Oh my god, she's actually a genius. Oh god, jeez.
束縛から逃れ、自由を得られる。
To break free from bonds and gain freedom?
意味深だぜ。
Sounds deep.
この束縛という意味は何も肉体的なものだけを指さないと解釈されている。
The word bonds is not limited in its interpretation to some kind of physical object.
だから縛られて牢屋にいる人ばかりに意味があるわけじゃないよ。
Therefore, it does not only hold meaning for people locked up in an actual jail.
しがらみや逃れぬ運命など精神的な束縛からの解放も意味してるんだよ。
It can also refer to the release from mental bonds, which is ties of obligation and an escapable fate.
しがらみや逃れ得ぬ運命。
See you, Ji-chan. Thank you so much for coming. Seriously, thank you. That's so nice of you. Ties of obligation and inescapable fate, you say?
これまた意味深だな。
That's also pretty deep.
しかしさっぱりわからん。
but I really don't understand.
それとあの6人の遺体とどんな関係があるっちゅうんや。
What does this have to do with those 6 bodies?
束縛からの解放どころか殺された上に倉庫に閉じ込められてたんやで。
Far from being released, they were killed and stuffed in the storehouse, weren't they?
別にその6人のために魔法陣が描かれてるわけじゃないね。
It's not like the magic circle was drawn for their sakes.
魔法陣のために6人はそこにいるんでしょ。
The 6 of them were there for the sake of the magic circle.
お気の毒だよ。
It's truly pitiable.
Oh god.
どういう意味だい？
What do you mean?
魔法陣のために6人がいるってのは一体。
What in the world do you mean when you say the 6 of them were there for the sake of the magic circle? Maria lifted up her pointed finger and waggled it as if she was making fun of us.
それは演習部に書いてるよ。
That's written around the circumference.
読めないかな。
Can't you read it?
詩編第116編16節と17節。
Psalms chapter 116 verses 16 and 17.
読んであげるよ。
I'll read it for you.
主は私の枷を解かれました。
The Lord has freed me from my chains.
私はあなたに感謝の生贄を捧げ、主の皆を呼ぶでしょう。
I will offer to you the sacrifice of thanksgiving and will call on the name of the Lord.
ね
See?
ねって何を言ってるのかさっぱりだぜ。
It's a sacrifice. They're basically sacrificial ritual. Sacrificial ritual.
See, you say? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
生贄だってのか。
You're saying they're human sacrifices? If what Maria had just read aloud was a vital part of the magic circle, then it was saying that sacrifices had to be offered in order for this magic circle to be effective. So human sacrifices had been offered inside the storehouse, where the magic circle had been drawn. A heartbeat later, everyone else seemed to reach the same conclusion. Some people were shocked, and others spat out that this was insane as they punched their knees. You totally could, Peekaboo. This was starting to get incredibly disturbing, and we couldn't accept it or understand it. I don't care what kind of magic circles or curses other people believe in. I won't pick a fight with them. Exactly. But did they really kill Dad and the rest as sacrifices for crap like that? I just couldn't stand that feeling. Compared to this, I preferred it when we were still disgusted by that theory about the fight over the inheritance. As I started getting pissed off with a feeling between anger and sadness, I broke from the circle everyone was in and returned once again to the window. Something had gone insane since yesterday. There was that letter from the witch Beatrice that Maria had read aloud at last night's dinner. Ever since that point, it feels like we've... Hello, Voodoo Chili. Welcome to the stream. No, like this whole mansion and this whole island, I've been getting more and more firmly locked in inside some kind of bizarre world. That's right. When I think back on it, that letter was an invitation from the witch. The ruler of the nighttime island had invited us inhabitants of the day into another world. The phone and the radio had been interrupted, and the island was shut off by the typhoon, so you really could call this place another world cut off from the real one by now. Yeah, as this island is now, it's perfectly normal for a witch to send us letters, and for human sacrifices to be offered up for the sake of magic circles. So what will happen next? Will some weird people wearing goat masks start doing the Bond Festival dance or something? Jeez, I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, it's hopeless, it's hopeless. I don't get it. The inside of my head's all screwed up and I don't even know what to think. Anger, sadness, the opposing emotions all swirled up together, and they started to suck me in. Unable to resist, I could do nothing but cover my eyes with my hands and trust in my mind and body that I started getting sucked in. As I started losing heart, I began to recall a memory from when I was small. It was from when I was very young. I had unfortunately seen a scary occult movie on TV, and for a while I hadn't been able to go to the bathroom myself. Oh wow, Battler. A bit of a story time here, I'm going to say. When I was about 6 years old, I think 6-ish, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think 6. I was staying up late with my mom to watch a movie that was on TV. And the movie itself wasn't scary. But while the movie was playing, there was a commercial for one of the Child's Play movies. You know, the Chucky things. And 6-year-old me saw that trailer, and I was scared out of my mind. Seriously. I was like, I was just fucking terrified, like, for weeks and weeks and even months. Like, I was like, Mom, I was like, seriously, Mom, if I swear, if you buy me any kind of doll like that, I will fucking throw it away instantly. You get those kinds of dolls away from me as fast as you can. Seriously. I was lucky I didn't have dolls like that. But seriously, because I would have been instantly terrified of them. But, oh God, Jesus Christ. I was too scared to watch any TV past 8 o'clock and any channel besides Nickelodeon for quite a while, just in case that trailer came up again, because I did not want to see it. Seriously. Oh my God. I was beyond terrified. Oh God, Peekaboo, that's not very nice of your mom. It's like, I was like, Mom, you better not get anything like that for me or my sister. And thankfully my sister, she was just like a baby at the time, so that was easy enough. But seriously, oh my God, I was just so fucking terrified. Oh, that's okay, Oe. I'm over it now. I still don't want to ever see those movies, though. Oh, it's the worst. It's okay. Oh my God, that's what this is reminding me of with Battler. Jesus Christ. I remember that saga. It was not a very happy memory. Anyway, let's get back to the story. That old bastard gave an exaggerated laugh and said this.
Nah, Battler.
Hey, Battler. I didn't think I would get to use this voice again until the next part. Looks like I got a little flashback going on here.
Oh my God, Apparition Troll 2. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I don't think you want to watch that movie ever again. Jeez.
Why do
you think they go to all the trouble to make movies like this about demons and the occult and such?
I'm sorry, Peekaboo. They were scared of witches. My big thing was always ghosts. Ghosts were the scariest thing to me. And still are in movies and stuff.
ねえからだよ。
It's
そんな
because
滑稽なもんは地球のどこにもねえのさ。
Goddamn pauses.
it's because they don't exist.
ねえからわざわざ見たくて作るんだよ。
Because Peekaboo, I think I've actually read that there is actually no Troll 1. The people who made the movie were so inept that they just made it on its own without any knowledge of anything previously. That's something I read about Troll 2. Oh, hey, Nagels. Oh! I'm so happy that you can come back. Oh, that's so nice of you. Oh, no, it's okay, Apparition. Don't worry.
It's because they don't exist. Something that ridiculous couldn't be found anywhere on the planet.
だから俺はオカルト映画なんてちゃんちゃらおかしくて笑っちまうってんだ。
Oh, that's nice, Peekaboo. I think witches are really cool, too. Especially after Bayonetta. Like, if we had Bayonetta when I was little, I would have been all like... I would have been just like Cereza. I was like, yeah, I would have been like her. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That would have... Like, seriously. Like, yeah. Bayonetta would have been my fucking role model. Because, seriously. Ooh, man, she was so cool.
Because they don't exist. People want to see them and go to a lot of effort making them.
That's why these occult movies just make me laugh.
俺に言わせりゃ悪魔やら妖怪やらより今年度の収支報告や機嫌を悪くした女房の方が1億倍も怖えってもんだぜ。
If I were forced to choose, I'd say rather than demons and monsters, this year's earnings call and angry wives are 100 million times scarier.
Oh my God, Heretic. Apparition, I remember Heretic. I actually played that ages ago. It was also by id. It was, I think, kind of to, it was what Demon Souls was to Hexen. To Dark Souls, it was what Demon Souls was to Dark Souls. Heretic was to Hexen, the old Hexen series. Heretic was like a kind of dry run for the Hexen series. Heretic was, I think, made by id after Doom. It was a first-person shooter, but done with all magic things. It's a very old game. Like, all the weapons were different types of magic stuff. I remember reading the strategy guide. The strategy guide for Heretic, the old one, I actually had it. I kept reading it a lot. It was written in Old English. It's like, you shall turn thine corner and find 6 of this enemy and such. It was like, you shall come face to face with thine enemy, and it was written like that. The entire strategy book for Heretic. Oh, you played them all! Oh, awesome, Apparition. Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks, Zoe. They were not made by id. I thought they were made by id. They just licensed the engine. They were made by Raven Software. Thanks, OA. They just licensed the Doom engine. I see. It was a Christmas... Oh my God, Apparition, you had it too? You had the strategy guide. Oh my God! That is so cool. Alright, let's get back to the story.
さらに言うぜ。
I'll go
俺に言わせりゃな。
God damn it, Rudolph, will you stop taking such long pauses making me think you're done speaking?
I'll go further, okay?
怖がるってのは
From my point
心
of
と生活にゆとりのある連中の娯楽的感情なのさ。
Rudolph, you are the incarnation of goddamn pauses.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
No, I mean, what is he really going to say?
Getting scared is a recreational emotion. Something for people who've got room to relax both in their hearts and their lifestyles.
暇でしょうがないから。連中は変わった感情で心を遊ばせたくて悪魔だの オカルトだのって文化を作り出したんだよ。
They had so much free time, they didn't know what to do with it. So in order to entertain their mind with unusual emotions, people started creating a culture with demons and the occult and stuff.
Seriously. Well, I've been acting so damn thick-headed. I was totally taken in. Is this the Mortal Kombat theme? Don't try to mess with me. This is the human world. No, seriously, is this the Mortal Kombat theme? I don't give a damn about witches, demons, magic circles, and sacrifices. I'm half expecting some guy to yell out, Mortal Kombat! Oh, now it's sounding less like Mortal Kombat. The human who killed Dad and everyone else is still on this island. That's all there is to it, right? The next person who started speaking to my heart was Kirie-san. Okay, thank God it's not just me. Thank you, Sores and Nagels. Oh God, I thought, okay. And Ruka. Okay. It's not just me, it really does sound like Mortal Kombat. Okay, thank you. Oh God, I thought I was going crazy there for a second. Jeez. Well, there is that Umineko fighting game. Is this music in it? I would not be surprised if it was. The next person who started speaking to my heart was Kirie-san.
チェスや将棋ってね、
You say, in both chess and shogun?
終盤の終盤、詰めの最後の段階に入れば入るほど最善手は限られてくるのよ。
When you reach the very, very last stage of the game and get closer and closer to cornering your opponent, the number of optimal moves you could possibly make gets smaller and smaller.
だから自分が追い詰めている、
Therefore, if you're backing someone against the wall,
あるいは追い詰められているというその時、
or if someone's doing the same to you,
両者の手は限りなく読みやすくなるのよ。
both players' moves become infinitely easy to read.
つまり完全に追い詰められて打つ手なしって思ったその時こそ最も読みやすい瞬間なのよ。
In other words, when you're completely cornered and you think you have no moves left, that is the moment which is easiest to read your opponent.
でも守勢に立った人間はどうしても考えが固くなって相手の手を読むことにまで考えが至らない。
However, when a person is forced into a defensive position, they can't help but lose their ability to think clearly, so they aren't able to get their minds around their opponent's moves.
そういう時はね、
That's when you
チェス盤をひっくり返すの。
spin the chessboard around. I played the first two when I was really little with my dad. That was when my dad had more time to play video games. We played the first two Doom games together. With all my strength, I slapped my face with both hands. Now my eyes were truly open. When you don't understand anything and you're completely cornered just like I am now, isn't that the perfect time to spin the chessboard around? I wish I knew technical knowledge enough to make a spin the chessboard around counter. While on the defensive, we can't even guess at the culprit's scheme. If we spin it around and look at it that way, just what way might we see? First off, at the time the culprit committed the murders, they knew the island was being cut off by the typhoon. Therefore, they should have understood that even if they carried out the murders, they wouldn't have been able to get away early the next morning. In short, the culprit had begun without securing a way to escape. Furthermore, that bastard tossed the corpses in the storehouse. Then was even kind enough to say, "Here they are," with that weird bit of graffiti. In other words, since we'd probably find the corpses sooner or later, they wanted to show them to us. If we'd all been dim and hadn't noticed the storage shed, the culprit's goal would not have been achieved, would it? If you think about it this way, that bastard of a culprit, since this morning they must have been watching our every move with bated breath. After all, if we hadn't been so kind as to discover what was in the storehouse, all of that hard work and preparation they did last night would have just gone poof. What did the culprit want to make us feel by showing us the corpses in the storehouse? All 6 of the bodies had their faces noticeably destroyed. Was it a grudge? A warning? The defacement of the bodies had occurred after death, so it hadn't been the means by which the culprit has killed. It didn't mean anything to those who had been killed. It did have meaning to those who found the bodies. The culprit wanted to make it appear that they had been killed so brutally. Ha! After thinking this way, I really want to tell that bastard to stop taking me so lightly. Come on, it's battler time! Who just had danced to the tune? If you're told, "Please be scared," then you can't just say, "Really, sure thing." When someone tells the great Ushidami battler, "The entrance is right here," I'm the kind of guy I'll start wanting to sneak in through the window. I think, yeah, I would feel the same way, actually. The next thing that would be concerned with that so-called magic circle on the shutter. As Maria, who had shown that her knowledge of the occult rivaled grandfather's, had recognized, the magic circle was genuine. They must have drawn that thing in pitch-black darkness, taking a lot of time and holding an umbrella in one hand. Isn't the amount of hard work and perfectionism impressive? What purpose would have been worth all of that effort? If we were looking for a fan of the occult in this mansion, most likely all of us would naturally suspect Grandfather. Did they want us to make us think Grandfather was involved? And if that's all they wanted, they could have just drawn any old scribble that looked like a magic circle. It wasn't like any of us amateurs would have been able to tell the difference between genuine and fake. However, this magic circle was genuine, and furthermore, it had even been written in Hebrew. So this magic circle had a message that could only be understood by someone with knowledge of the occult. A message is a form of communication. By sending it, they were hoping for a reaction. A reaction. For some reason, we couldn't find Grandfather now. I don't know how Grandfather might have spotted the magic circle on the shutter, but he did choose. Did he choose to hide himself in reaction to that? Oh wait, damn it, I clicked without me. No, was it a trap to make us suspect that Grandfather had participated? You could read it either way. Damn, that's annoying. What kind of reaction was the culprit hoping to get out of us by putting on this occult show? Somehow, that felt like the culprit's weak point. The letter from Beatrice that Maria had read aloud during last night's dinner sprang back into my mind. This was a freak who'd asked us to enjoy a battle of wits. Isn't that interesting? This is a battle of wits between us and the witch. Will we be sucked up by her occult game first? Or will we pull off her fake skin first? There's a whole day until the typhoon passes. Why not enjoy ourselves? I finally noticed that the inside of the parlor had gone quiet again. Everyone had sunk into their favorite sofas, some deep in thought, some irritated, some acting depressed. Maria was once again enjoying the TV, as if she'd never left it. It looks like she found the commercials more fun than the boring program, and she affably yelled, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," and giggled. I stared at each person's appearance in turn. If there isn't a 19th person, the culprit must be in this room. Exactly, OA.
Every day's great at your Junas.
Exactly. Right now, Aunt Natsuki's searching the mansion with the servants, right? Then we shouldn't say in this room. In this mansion is where the culprit has to be. After all, it's possible that Aunt Natsuki was behind this, and we still can't deny that one of the servants might be the killer. Anyone could be guilty. Still, Aunt Natsuki and the rest sure are taking their time. Of course, it's not a small mansion, but isn't this taking a little too long just to walk around, checking the windows and doors? Just as I was thinking this, Aunt Natsuki and the rest returned. Not one of them was missing. But our relief was short-lived. Everyone looked at Aunt Natsuki in shock. The talk I'd had with Aunt Eva started to creep back in my mind. The possibility that the culprits had enough in numbers or weapons to kill all 6 of those at once? Oh, God! Okay. Oh boy. Oh my God, Natsuki's got a gun. Jesus. Oh my God.
Forgive me if I've startled you.
万が一に備えて持ってきたものです。
I brought this to be prepared for the worst.
After all, that thing in Aunt Natsuki's hand was a rifle. At a glance, its silhouette looked like a hunting gun, but it was unusually short and kind of looked like a kid-sized weapon. However, it had a weightiness to it that made it clear that this was no kid's toy. Speaking of doom, yeah, exactly. That gun is Kinzo-san's, isn't it?
ご存知でしたか?
Did you know about it?
そうです。
That's right.
お父様の古いコレクションの中にあったことを思い出し、探し出してきました。
I remembered it was in Father's old collection, and I managed to find it.
Phew!
Whoa!
すっげえ。
Awesome!
夏日おばさん、それ本物なんすか?
Natsui-san, is that thing real?
ええ、本物です。
Exactly, Ruka, exactly. Exactly, I was thinking that! Jeez.
Yes, it's real.
実弾を発砲できますよ。
It can fire live ammunition.
昔お父様は野鳥を追い払うのに使ったりしていました。
Long ago, Father used it to scare away wild birds.
あら懐かしい。
Ara! Ah, that takes me back.
どこから出てきたんやら。
Where did you find that thing?
私がいくら触らせてって言っても指一本触れさせてくれなかったやつよ。
No matter how much I asked him to let me touch it, he never let me lay even one finger on it.
Oh?
じいさま、こんなの持ってたんですか？
Grandfather has one of these.
知らなかったですよ。
I didn't know that.
お父様は昔西部劇にどっぷり使ってたことがあってね。
Long ago, Grandfather was really addicted to cowboy films.
あの世代はこういうライフル銃が大好きなのよ。
That generation really liked this kind of rifle.
結構年季の入った銃のようですね。
Is that a Winchester?
でもこんな短い仕様のは初めて見ました。
But I'd never seen one that short before.
ああ
Oh,
思い出したわ、その銃。
I remember, it's that gun.
懐かしいな。昔好きやった映画のガンマンが派手にぶっ放しとったやつだわ。
That really takes me back. That's the one Steve McQueen fired off in Wanted, Alive or Dead.
お父さんも渋いな。
Father sure has good taste.
親方様がだいぶ昔にアメリカより特別にお取り寄せになられたものです。
It is an item Master ordered specifically from America long ago.
ご覧の通り実銃ですので、どうかこの件はご内密にお願いいたします。
As you can see, it is a working gun, so please don't tell anyone about this.
手に入れられたばかりの頃は大層気に入られておりまして。
He was quite fond of it right after he managed to acquire it.
撃つより薬莢を出す動作が面白いらしくて、裏の森でいろいろとかっこつけて遊んでおられたもんですよ。
It seems the workings that addicted the cartridges were more interesting to him than shooting it, and he played around with it back in the forest all the time.
しかし物騒ね。
Still, it's rather disturbing.
そんなものまで持ち出しちゃうのかしら。
Are you sure you should be dragging this out?
万が一に備えてです。
This is to prepare for the worst.
族はおそらく一人ではないでしょう。
There was probably more than one offender involved.
しかも主人たちを6人も殺した恐ろしい相手です。
Furthermore, those horrible people killed 6 of us, including my husband.
私には主人に代わって皆さんを明日まで守る義務がありますので。
I have a responsibility to protect everyone until tomorrow, in my husband's place.
As Natsui-san said this, she slumped down into one of the sofas and took a deep breath. She had been trying to find Grandfather, as well as check the doors and windows. Since Grandfather wasn't with her, she probably still didn't know where he was.
屋敷内の戸締まりは厳重に確認してきました。
I carefully checked all of the doors and windows throughout the mansion.
ですが万が一ということもあります。
However, he must be prepared for anything.
みんななるべくここに一緒にいた方がいいでしょう。
Everyone? I think it would be best if we all remained here.
そうね。
Oh, good point.
ここに全員が集まって相互監視をしている方が安心だわ。
If everyone's gathered here, then we can all feel more secure by keeping an eye on each other.
それはどういう意味ですか、エヴァさん。
What do you mean by that, Eva-san?
別に。
Nothing really?
夏日姉さんの意見に賛成しただけよ。
I'm just agreeing with your opinion, aren't I? There was a stormy atmosphere between the two of them. If you think about who was the most suspicious from the inheritance problem standpoint, Aunt Eva was the obvious answer. However, there was no proof that Aunt Natsuhi was innocent. No, if you view Beatrice's letter as one of Grandfather's complicated pranks, and think of this crime as just an extension of that, then there's more than enough reason to suspect even Grandfather. Also, Aunt Natsuhi thought the criminal was on the outside. But Aunt Eva thought the criminal was on the inside. In short, it was the question of whether or not a 19th person exists. That same question had been repeated endlessly since last night's dinner, with the letter from the witch who called herself Beatrice. So was the culprit among us, or not? And did the witch Beatrice exist, or not? If you assume that something as stupid as a witch can't exist, you're basically saying that one of the relatives here, who share a common bloodline, is the culprit. If that was too unpleasant, it'd be much more comfortable to simply accept the fairy tale character of the witch. A witch? A witch drawing a bizarre magic circle and offering human sacrifices? If I could accept that rubbish, I'd be able to trust all the people in this room. However, damn common sense got in the way. It kept repeating that witches don't exist. In that case, the culprit must be among us. In the middle of the seemingly endless rain, none of us could break the silence. I think I'm finally slowly getting used to that gunshot. Lunch ended, and the servants removed the tableware and went to the kitchen. The wind and rain neither weakened nor strengthened, and the island remained cut off from the outside world. At first, it seemed as though Natsuki planned to stop anyone from taking a step outside the room. But when it came time to prepare lunch, she finally realized that this would be impossible. However, in order to avoid having anyone alone in the kitchen, she told the 3 servants to go together. Because of that, the servants were the first ones given the right to leave the stuffy parlor, which had been packed with 11 people. Since breakfast had immediately followed the terrible incident, preventing most of us from eating much, everyone tore into their lunches in silence.
私が洗いますから、源氏さんとカノン君は少し休んでいてくださいな。
I will watch the dishes, so you can rest a while, Kanon-kun, Genji-san.
何か飲みます?
Do you want something to drink?
私は結構。
I don't need anything.
カノンは
Canon?
僕も結構です。
I don't need anything either.
お二人とも早朝から大変だったでしょう?
You two must have been so busy, and so early in the morning.
参ってしまうのも仕方ないことですよ。
It's no wonder you're worn out.
The only noise was that of Kumasawa washing the dishes, which resounded throughout the kitchen. Genji and Cannon sat in some chairs a short distance away, their eyes lightly closed. Just as Kumasawa had said, those two had probably built up a great deal of fatigue. But that didn't mean they could let it show in front of the relatives. Avoiding that was one of their virtues. After the silence had continued for some time, Cannon opened his mouth and muttered, Shannon.
どうしてあんなひどい死に方を
Why did she have to die in such a horrible way?
死に方のことは忘れなさい。
Forget about the manner of her death.
運がなかっただけだ。
It was nothing more than bad luck.
そうですね
You're right.
ただ運がなかっただけです
It was nothing more than bad luck.
They both fell silent once again. Cannon's expression was filled with grief.
シャノンちゃんが死んじゃったなんて
To think that Shannon-chan's actually dead.
未だに信じられませんよ
I still can't believe it. I can't either.
I can't either, Kumasawa. Seriously.
本当にかわいそうに
Poor thing. Oh God. No, don't make me think of this again.
もう会えないなんて嘘みたいですよ
Not being able to see her again feels like a lie.
もう一度あの子の笑顔が見たかったのに
Oh God. I just wanted to see her smiling face one more time.
Oh God, jeez. Kumasawa spoke with her back facing them. After all, Kumasawa hadn't seen Shannon's corpse. So she had no trouble mentioning Shannon's face. Oh God, that's right. Ugh. When Cannon heard those words, it reminded him again of how only half of Shannon's face had been left, and his grieving expression twisted even further.
どうしてベアトリーチェ様はシャノンを
Why did Beatrice-sama do that to Shannon?
生贄が欲しかったなら他にも大勢いただろうに
If she wanted a sacrifice, there were plenty of others to choose from.
どうしてどうして
Why? Why?
ただ運が悪かっただけだ。
It was nothing more than bad luck.
少しの運がたがえばシャノンの代わりにあそこに横たわっていたのは私だったのかもしれないしお前だったのかもしれない。
If we were less lucky, you or I might have been lying out there instead of Shannon.
あるいは他の誰かだったのかもしれない。
Or it could have been someone else entirely.
すべては運命だ。
Everything is left to fate.
源氏様
Genji-sama.
奥様の部屋の扉に血のような跡がついていたとおっしゃっていましたね
You said the door to Madam's room was stained with traces of something like blood, right?
シャッターに書かれていたのと同じもので
The same substance that was painted on the shutter. Indeed.
気味の悪い跡だった。
It was an unsettling mark.
まるで血のついた指でドアノブを引き抜こうとするかのような。
Almost as though someone with blood-stained fingers had been trying to pull out the doorknob.
部屋扉をかき破ろうとしたのか。
No, scratched through the door. Oh my God.
そんな気味の悪い跡だった。
That sort of unpleasant mark.
ベアトリーチェ様が奥様の部屋を訪れて
Good night, Soars. Thank you for staying so long. Seriously, you stayed so long. Thank you, Soars. So does this mean Beatrice-sama came to visit Madame's room?
そして扉を開こうとしたけれど開けなかった。
And tried to open the door, but couldn't? Genji thought back to the time he had seen those traces of blood on the door to Natsuhi's room. With the substance sticking to the door on the doorknob, and the marks of something scratching against the door, it had definitely appeared as though someone had tried to open the door, but couldn't.
どうして奥様は生贄を免れたんだ。
How did the madam avoid being chosen as a sacrifice? It's because she had that charm that Maria gave her.
もし奥様が選ばれてたならシャノンは死ななくて済んだのに。
If only she'd been chosen, Shannon wouldn't have had to die. Just then a loud, sharp noise came in from the hall. Both of them turned around surprised.
面白そうな話じゃねえか。
That's a pretty interesting chat you're having there.
俺も混ぜてくれよ。
Let me join in too.
Before any of the servants realized it, Battler was standing in the doorway to the kitchen.
バトル様、
Battler-sama,
これは失礼いたしました。
how rude of us. Genji-san and Kanan-kun stood up, surprised and hastily bowed. But I didn't care about stuff like that. I was more concerned with continuing their discussion.
便所って言って抜けさせてもらったのさ。
I told them I was going to the bathroom, so they let me go.
ずっとあの部屋に閉じ込められてると窒息しちまいそうだったからな。
I thought I'd suffocate if I was locked up in the room any longer.
水でも飲ませてもらおうかと思ったら面白そうな話が聞こえてきたんでよ。
I was about to come ask you guys for some water, but then I overheard something pretty interesting.
頭なんか下げなくていいぜ。
You don't need to bow your heads or anything.
今の話の続きを聞かせてくれよ。
Please let me hear the rest.
今のは別に。
That just now wasn't really.
ちょいと前から話は聞かせてもらってるんだ。
I've been listening to you for a while.
今さら隠すなよ。
Don't try to hide it now.
だから担
So,
当直入に聞くさ。
Goddamn pauses.
so I'll ask directly.
ベアトリーチェってのは何者だ？
Who is this Beatrice?
どうやらおとぎ話の魔女ってだけじゃなさそうだな。
She's supposed to be a witch from a kid's story, but it doesn't look that way now.
Kanan-kun averted his gaze. It was obvious that he didn't want to talk about this, which only made me want to ask even more. While making an effort to smile, I grabbed the collar of his shirt.
夕べまでなら俺は無関係さ。
Last night, this would have been none of my business.
だがな、今朝からは違う。
But after this morning, everything's changed.
親父たちを殺された時点で、俺は立派な関係者だ。
Now that Dad and the rest have been killed, this is totally my business.
俺にも、そのうさんくさそうな話を聞かせてもらう資格があるはずだぜ。
I have the right to listen to this suspicious story, don't I?
I glared into Cannon's eyes as he continued to avert his gaze in apparent pain. Since there was a big difference in our heights, Cannon had to stand on his toes and it looked like it hurt a bit.
バトラさん、
Battler-san,
手を離してやってくださいな。
please let go of him.
別にカノンさんは隠しているわけではないのです。
Canon-san really isn't hiding anything.
じゃあ話してくれたっていいじゃねえか。
Then you won't have any problem talking about it, right?
仲間外れたら寂しいぜ。
It's lonely being out of the loop, you know.
When I tried to further twist up his collar, Genji-san cut between us and spoke. In his expression were faint traces that he'd made up his mind to do something. Apparently, he had no intention of hiding it.
お話しすることはできます。
Oh wow, we're gonna learn something right away. I can tell you about it.
ただ、バトラ様がお気を悪くなされるかもしれませんので、カノンは躊躇しているのです。
Kanon only hesitated because you might have taken it badly, Battler-sama.
躊躇なんて男らしくねえぜ。
Hesitating, huh? Not very manly of you.
内緒にされる方が気持ち悪いさ。
Whatever it is you're talking about, it's even more unpleasant having kept a secret.
聞かせてくれよ。
Tell me about it.
どうせ明日までできることはないんだ。
It's not like we have anything better to do before tomorrow comes.
多少はうさんくさい話の方が退屈も紛れるってもんだぜ。
A slightly spooky story might be the best way to avoid getting bored.
Genji-san and Kanon-kun looked at each other, then nodded as though they decided to talk.
わかりました。
Understood.
何でもお聞きください。
Please ask us anything.
お話しします。
We will talk.
ああ。
Right.
じゃあ聞くぜ。
Then I'll ask.
ベアトリーチェってのは一体何なんだ？
Who in the world is Beatrice?
俺が知ってる限りでは、ロケン島の森に住まう魔女ってことになってる。
All I know is that she's a witch who lives in the forest of Rokunjima.
森に入ると危ないからってんで、ばあ様あたりが作り出した脅し話だって聞いてる。
I've heard it's a story grandmother or someone invented to keep people out of the dangerous forest.
違うのか？
Is that wrong?
いえ、違いません。
No, it isn't wrong.
その通りです。
It's as you say.
ベアトリーチェ様は六軒島の森に住まわれる魔女であらせられます。
Beatrice is a witch who dwells in the forest of Rokunjima.
バトラ様、
Butler-sama,
にわかには信じられないでしょう
I don't expect you to believe this all of a sudden,
が、ベアトリーチェ様は存在するのです。
but Beatrice-sama exists. And there's no quotes around that exists, so she really does exist.
親方様に莫大な黄金を授け、長いことおそばにお仕えした実在する方なのです。
She is a real person, the one who gave the master a vast amount of gold, and who worked by his side for many years.
は
Huh?
あ？よせやいよせやい。
Come on, come on!
じい様の受け売りを言うのも給料のうちだってのか？
Is grandfather paying you to repeat everything he says?
I laughed like it was a joke, but neither Genji-san nor Kanon-kun laughed. Not even Kumasawa Ba-chan, who was avoiding my eyes, blustered as she started washing the dishes. So unfortunately, I was the only one laughing. Painfully, bitterly.
なるほど。源氏さんが断るだけはあるぜ。
I see. That's why Genji-san refused to mention it.
こいつは確かに正気じゃ気を悪くする。
If you really meant it, mean it. Of course I'd take it badly.
つまり、ベアトリーチェっていう名の人物は実在するんだな。
So you're saying that a person named Beatrice actually exists?
はい。
Yes.
親方様がこの島にお屋敷を構える以前からずっとお仕えしている方でございます。
She has been working for the master since before the mansion was built on this island.
おそらく私よりも長くお仕えしているでしょう。
She has most likely been working for him even longer than I have.
なんてこった。桐江さんの仮説は外れたな。
What do you know? Kiryu-san's theory was off.
じいさまにベアトリーチェという名の腹心は実在したってわけだ。
Grandfather really did have a confidant called Beatrice.
そいつは今この島にいるんだな。
Is that person on the island now?
はい、
Yes,
いらっしゃっていると思います。
I believe that she is here.
曖昧な言い方だな。
That's a vague way to say it.
ってことは昨日今日そいつの顔を見たってわけじゃなさそうだな。
I guess that means that you haven't seen her face today or yesterday.
はい、
That is correct.
大変申し上げがたいのですが、その
It's extremely difficult to say, but, Canon-kun once again dropped his gaze, avoiding my eyes.
なんだよ、そこで切るなよ。
Come on, don't just stop there.
鮮度目みたいで気持ち悪いぜ。
That's like freezing an inch before the blow, right?
I urged him on jokingly again. However, it looked like Canon was still confused as to whether he should speak or not. Then, Kumasawa Ba-chan whispered.
"お顔を見ようにもベアトリーチェ様にはお姿がありませんから."
What? Wait, what? That doesn't... Then how is there a painting of her? You cannot see her face, because Beatrice-sama has no form.
お姿がなんだって？
She has no... What did you say?
ベアトリーチェ様にはお体がありません。
Beatrice-sama has no body.
ですからベアトリーチェ様がお望みにならない限り、私ども凡庸ではお姿を見ることすら叶いません。
Therefore, unless Beatrice-sama wishes it, common people like us are not able to see her form.
ベアトリーチェ様が人の姿をされていた頃の絵があの肖像画のものなのだとか。
Oh, so she lost her human form? She evolved beyond a human form or something? Like, she got too powerful to be contained in a human body and she went, this is my final form shit? Like, damn.
I have heard that the portrait shows what Beatrice-sama looked like back when she had a human form.
そのお姿を懐かしみ、よく肖像画の前に佇まれているそうな。
It seems he yearned for that figure so much, he would often stand in front of that portrait.
ベアトリーチェ様は時折輝く蝶の姿に身を変えられて現れることがあります。
Oh my god, wow, jeez. Beatrice-sama sometimes shows herself by changing her form into glittering butterflies.
万一お屋敷の中でお見かけした場合には決してその後を追ってはならない決まりです。
On the rare occasion that you spot them somewhere in the mansion, there's a rule that you absolutely mustn't chase after them. Interesting. That you absolutely mustn't chase after them. I wonder what'll happen to you if you do.
追えば不幸があると囁かれています。
Oh. There you go, Cannon. Thank you for answering my question. It is whispered that you will meet with disaster if you do.
その禁を破り大怪我をして辞めた使用人も実際にいます。
In fact, there was a servant who broke that rule and quit because of a great injury.
おいおい、マジかよ。
Wait a sec, are you kidding me?
あんたら本気でそんな話をしているのかよ。
Are you all serious about this?
バトラス様、すでにベアトリーチェ様がお越しになっておられます。
Butler-sama? Beatrice-sama has already arrived.
そのようなお言葉はよろしくないかと思われます。
Such language may be unwise.
ベアトリーチェ様はご自身を冒涜される方を好みません。
Beatrice-sama does not like it when she is profaned.
その存在を疑えば必ずや不幸が降りかかるでしょう。
If you doubt her existence, you will surely meet with disaster.
バトラさん、気持ちの悪いお話とお思いでしょ
Butler-san, you probably find this topic unpleasant.
ですがね、
But you know what?
ベアトリーチェ様はいるんですよ。
There we go. There's the existing quotes.
Beatrice-sama does exist.
And yes, it's like, just like Oyoshido-sama exists. There it is.
います。
Yeah! She exists. This time in quotes. This time, we'll do that famous thing. Just like Oyoshido-sama.
それを疑われることをベアトリーチェ様はことのほか嫌われます。
Beatrice-sama hates people who doubt that.
わかりませんか、バトラ様。
Can't you tell, Butler-sama?
ベアトリーチェ様は今すでに
Beatrice-sama has
こ
already
こにお越しになっております。
at 2 canon. At 2 with the goddamn pauses. Beatrice-sama has already arrived here.
おいおい、よせよ。
You keep saying she's arrived. Where did she come from and why did she leave the island if she's a witch?
Come on, quit it.
俺、そういうのは弱いんだぜ。
I'm weak against that stuff.
脅しっこなしにしろい。
Enough with the cheap threats.
However, there was no trace of a joke in the eyes of the 3 servants. On the surface, I laughed and tried to look unconcerned, but I was quickly starting to sober up. Their eyes were also sobering up fast.
バトラさん、お願いですから、ベアトリーチェ様を冒涜することはおやめください。
Butler-san, I beg that you stop profaning Beatrice-sama.
悪いことは申し上げません。
Please, trust me.
Hey, Happy D. Nice to have you here. Yeah, you're a bit late. I'm sorry. That's okay. Yeah. Well, we'll probably be finishing up after this scene. This will probably be the last scene for tonight.
Butler-san, I beg that you stop profaning Beatrice-sama. Please, trust me.
I did a lot of theories today and speculation earlier in the video if you want to go back and see. Kumasawa Ba-chan, who was usually cheerful and would always tease people, now spoke with a totally serious face.
いや、
Well,
いるって言われてもよ。
even if you say she exists,
俺には何も見えないぜ。
I don't see anything.
今、俺の隣にいるとでも言うのかよ。
Are you trying to say she's standing right next to me or something?
冗談よせやい。
Quit joking around.
Oh god. Oh, for fuck's sake! God damn it, Maria! Just then, an unnerving laugh suddenly filled the kitchen. Oh god. When I turned around, Maria was standing there by the entrance. I love this music. I think this is probably one of my favorite tracks. I love this song. It is so atmospheric. But her expression and the feeling around her, her presence, felt exactly the same as the servants.
波長の合う合わないは生まれつきだよ。
Oh god, oh my god, that face. That is a fucking murder face right there. Oh god, Jesus Christ.
Whether your wavelength matches or not is determined at birth.
バトラは生まれつき波長が合わないタイプなんだよ。
Butler, you were born with a mismatched wavelength.
だから見えない。
That's why you can't see her.
会えない。
That's why you can't meet with her.
話せない。
And that's why you can't talk with her.
ベアトリーチェの一番嫌いなタイプだよ。
You're the type Beatrice hates the most.
Maria laughed like it was funny, but it sounded extremely eerie. It was almost as if she was laughing at me, because I alone didn't understand.
ベアトリーチェのことが知りたい？
Do you want to learn to know about Beatrice?
ベアトリーチェはね、1000年の魔女なんだよ。
Beatrice is a 1,000-year-old witch.
あらゆる悪魔を刺激し、錬金術を極め、賢者の石を生み出し、莫大な黄金を生み出すことができる。
Oh, she's a demon. Oh, wait. She's an alchemist and a witch. I suppose with that much time, you can get your subspecialization and change classes enough to get the skills from more than one class. So I guess it makes sense. Ah, jeez.
With all the demons at her command, she can harness the power of alchemy to create the Philosopher's Stone and a vast quantity of gold.
おじいさまは彼女と契約することで、後ろ宮家に莫大な富を築いたんだよ。
Grandfather built up all the vast wealth of the Ushiromiya family by making a contract with her.
昨日私がベアトリーチェの手紙を読んだでしょ？
Yesterday, I read Beatrice's letter, didn't I?
あれは本当なんだよ。
That was real.
バトラに信じろと言っても無理な話だろうけど。
Well, I guess it's pointless for me to try and force you to believe.
六感が生まれつきさっぱりみたいだからね。
After all, it looks like you were born without a trace of the sixth sense.
なんだよそれ。
What are you talking about?
魔女？悪魔？
Witches? Demons?
そんなの誰に聞いたんだよ。
Who told you about that?
I did not expect her to have these expressions. Oh God, Jesus Christ. What happened to my poor baby? Oh God. That was all a lie? Oh God, jeez. Is that like an act that she puts on because she can't be bothered to talk with normies? Or something? Like, Jesus Christ, that... Jeez.
ベアトリーチェ本人に聞いたんだよ。
I heard it from Beatrice herself.
Maria kept doing that unpleasant laugh. However, the servants who watched over this didn't even blink. She heard it from that witch in the portrait adorning the entrance hall. Maria kept on laughing in a weird voice, as though this was nothing more or less than the truth.
マリア、聞くだけ野暮だろうが、もう一回聞くぜ。
Maria, it might be rude to ask, but I'll ask one more time, okay?
昨日、マリアにあの手紙を渡したのは誰だ？
Who gave you that letter yesterday?
ベアトリーチェにもらったって何度言えばわかるかな？
I got it from Beatrice. How many times must I tell you before you understand?
わかんないよね。
You don't get it, do you?
見えないんだもんね。
You can't see it.
信じられないもんね。
You can't believe it, can you?
Just then, Maria's laughter suddenly stopped.
バトラ、
Butler,
まだわかんない？
you still don't understand.
ベアトリーチェ様がいるのが。
Beatrice-sama exists, in quotes.
いるって。どこにさ。
She exists, in quotes, you say. But where?
だからベアトリーチェ様がここにいるのか。
Like I said, Beatrice-sama exists here.
That's right. Now that I think about it, I've been feeling for a while now that the servant's eyes hadn't been pointed in quite the right direction. I figured they were just staring absent-mindedly, but that wasn't the case. The four here, Genji-san, Kanon-kun, Kumasawa-san, and Maria. Everyone except me was looking at a spot right behind me. Oh my god, what is gonna go on? Are we gonna get another jump scare? Holding my breath tightly, I slowly looked over my shoulder. Of course, there wasn't anyone there. I've known that the whole time. However, everyone in the room except me was focusing on that point as if there was.
ベアトリーチェは1000年を生きた偉大な黄金の魔女。
Beatrice is the mighty golden witch who has lived for 1,000 years.
でも波長の合う人間にしか自分の姿を見せられないし、話しかけられない。
But since she can't show her form to humans in the wrong wavelength, she can't talk to them.
だからね。
And you know what?
それがとても悲しいんだよ。
That's really sad.
だからバトラみたいな生まれつき魔法のセンスもかけらのない人に存在を否定されるのがものすごく嫌いなんだよ。
It means that she truly despises it when people like you, who are born without a fragment of the ability needed to sense magic, deny that she exists.
バトラは幸運だよ。
You're lucky, Battler.
昨日私にお守りをもらっていてよかったね。
Good thing I gave you that charm yesterday, right?
それを身につけていなかったら、今頃ベアトリーチェのどんな呪いが身に及んでいたか分かったものじゃない。
Don't you realize what kind of curse Beatrice would have put on you by now if you hadn't been carrying it around?
本当に幸運なんだよ、バトラは。
You really are lucky, Battler.
ああ、あのサソリのキーホルダーかよ。
Oh, that scorpion keychain.
あれって安っぽい景品か何かだと思ってたんだが、ちとはご利益あったってことなのか？
I thought that was just some cheap gift or something, but are you saying it really had some power?
それがなかったら今頃バトラがあの倉庫の中で顔面を砕かれて生贄にされていたんだよ。
If it weren't for that, you'd be lying in that storehouse as a sacrifice, with your face crushed by now.
How did she know about that? Wait, nobody told her. How did she know about this?
幸運だったよ、バトラは。
You're so lucky, Battler.
Nobody told her about the face being crushed.
I see.
あれがなかったら、俺は今頃殺されてたってのか。
So if it weren't for that, I'd have been killed by now.
なんでバトラはベアトリーチェを信じないの？
Battler, why didn't you believe in Beatrice?
いるのに。
Even though she exists, in quotes.
今、そこに、ほら。
Right now, over there, look.
ね、信じる気になったでしょ？
Hey, I bet you want to believe now.
Hey, Onion.
信じなよ。
Believe it.
マリアにお守りをもらったことを感謝しながら。
And thank me for giving you that charm.
あれがなければバトラは今頃倉庫の中。
If it weren't for that, you'd be in storehouse right now.
代わりに誰か一人が助かっていたかもしれないね。
But then, maybe you would have saved someone else in exchange, right?
Oh god. Right then, I burst into laughter. Playing witches had been pretty fun up until a second ago, but unfortunately that last one seemed to be too much for me to gloss over.
じゃあ全然ダメだぜマリア。
Then it's all useless, isn't it, Maria?
ってことなら悪いが、ああ全然ダメだ。
If that's true, then I'm sorry, but it's all useless.
When Maria saw me suddenly start laughing, she stopped. Even though she didn't understand what I was laughing at, she realized it wouldn't be pleasant for her.
お前が傷つくだろうと思ったから、俺黙ってたけどよ。
I thought it might hurt you, so I didn't say it earlier, but...
お前にもらったお守りよ。俺、ポケットに入れたつもりだったんだけどよ。
Well, I thought I'd put that charm you gave me in my pocket.
どっかに落っことしちまったんだぜ。
But I must have dropped it somewhere. Oh, you got burned.
だから俺が今この瞬間に無事なのはお守りのおかげでもねえし。
So
だ
that
から魔
charm...
女様の呪いがあって当然なのに、今この瞬間もピンピンしてる。
God damn it, pausing so much.
So that charm can't be the only reason I'm alive right now. Even though I should have been cursed by the witch, I'm perfectly fine.
悪いが、俺は自分の目で見たものしか信じねえ。
Hey, Shadow Tomberry.
Sorry, but I don't believe in things I don't see with my own eyes.
第六か
Sixth senses?
波長
Wavelengths?
魔法のセンス
Magic sensitivity?
悪いが俺はそういう眉唾なもんは一切信じねえぜ。
Sorry, but I don't believe in fake stuff like that.
クラスの女が霊感がいいの悪いのって言い出すのを聞いてると虫唾が走るのさ。
When I hear the girls in class start talking about how good or bad their ability to sense the supernatural is, it pisses me off.
あんたらがいくらじい様に給料もらってるか知らねえが、俺を妙な宗教に勧誘しようったって。
I don't know how much grandfather's paying you, but if you're trying to talk me into joining some cult...
そう簡単にはいかねえってことはよく肝に銘じておきやがれってんだ。
Believe me, you won't be able to do that so easily.
バトラ様。
Butler-sama. Oh god, he's so hot. I mean, what?
カノン君たちが信じるのは自由だぜ。
You guys are free to believe whatever you want.
だが、俺が信じるかどうかは常に俺が悪いがこの目で見るまでベアトリーチェなんてうさんくさいものの存在を信じるわけにはいかないぜ。
I think the voice glitched out of it for a bit there.
However, when it comes to the things I believe, the one who decides is always me.
Yeah, I think the voice glitched out there for a second.
Sorry, but I can't believe in something as shady as Beatrice until I've seen her with my own eyes.
I spoke forcefully and sharply. Then Maria started cackling again.
ならそれでいいんじゃない？
Well, that's just fine, isn't it?
いずれお前のような波長が全然合わない人の目にもベアトリーチェは見えるようになる。
Oh, I'm sorry, OA, that it can't be fixed. That sucks.
Eventually, even people like you, with totally mismatched wavelength, will be able to see Beatrice.
もうじき蘇るんだよ。
Very soon, she will revive.
ベアトリーチェはね。
Beatrice will revive.
そうしたら一緒にいっぱいお話をしたり遊んだりしようって約束してるんだよ。
Once that happens, she's promised to talk with me and play with me a lot.
疑う必要も無理に信じる必要も全くない。
There'll be absolutely no need for you to doubt or for us to force you to believe.
現れるんだよ。もうじきね。
She will appear very soon.
Well, who would have ever thought that we would see Maria in an antagonistic light? Oh my god. By the way, that scene ended at like a basically perfect time. Figures right when we have the most people on stream. It'll be time to go. Oh, god damn it. Ah! 25 people, that is so nice. Yeah, exactly, Peekaboo. The original didn't have voices. So, oh my god, yeah, I figure, yeah, it's almost 2.5 hours now. It's a pretty, really nice stopping point right here. I knew that it was the game, not me, is what you were talking about. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for joining me with this, seriously. And, like, especially thank you for those that come back, or even if you're watching this after the stream, you know, if you couldn't make it, you know, I know this is a weird time for a lot of you. So especially just thank you for experiencing this with me. I truly, truly really enjoy it. I just can't believe. Oh my god. Who would have ever thought Mario would be an antagonist? Probably everybody except me, who's already played this game. So you know what? I will see you guys in 2 days. I am still addicted to Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is probably what I'll be playing when I'm not playing this. So I'm going to say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.